The film industry is in full meltdown mode right now, and at the center of the chaos is one name, RachelZegler. Her latest project, a promising indie drama, is reportedly on the verge of collapse, with something nearly unheard of in Hollywood being seriously considered: recasting the lead actress mid-production. What's shocking is that this isn't due to a creative disagreement or some unavoidable health crisis. According to multiple insiders close to the production, working with Ziegler has become so difficult that producers are running out of options. When asked about the swirling rumors, the studio has kept things vague, using phrases like adjusting timelines and creative restructuring. But behind the scenes, it's complete chaos. This was supposed to be Ziegler's big comeback, a chance to redeem herself after the SnowWhite press tour debacle turned her into a viral meme and internet punching bag. Paired with respected veteran actress Marisa Tomei and given a character-driven script that focused on real acting rather than CGI spectacle, the setup looked like a perfect redemption arc. Instead, it's turning into Deca VU. Let's be clear, no studio even whispers the word recast unless things have gone catastrophically wrong. Recasting mid-shoot is the nuclear option. It blows up budgets, wrecks schedules, and puts the entire project at risk. The fact that it's even being discussed speaks volumes about how bad things have allegedly gotten. And it didn't start with one big outburst. Sources say the problems began subtly, from eye rolls, attitude shifts, and dismissive behavior, all the way back to day one. Crew members reportedly noticed Ziegler treating the entire production like she was doing them a favor by showing up. One lighting technician claimed she'd arrive late, iced coffee in hand, acting like the whole thing was beneath her. Another insider said it felt like the rest of the cast and crew were just props in the Rachel show. Now, that toxic energy has reportedly spread across the set, dragging rehearsals, delaying scenes, and draining morale. Things didn't just go wrong on set, they spiraled completely out of control. According to insiders, the tension extended beyond crew dynamics and started affecting working relationships between the cast as well. One name came up repeatedly: director Julia von Hines. Sources say Ziegler began clashing with her early on, not through outright arguments, but through passive-aggressive behavior, sighing at creative notes, pushing back on blocking directions, and openly questioning the storytelling choices. Then came the script drama. Multiple sources allege that Ziegler began demanding changes to the dialogue, sometimes in the middle of shooting, because she felt certain scenes weren't empowering enough. The problem? The script was already locked. And worse, she wasn't even the lead character. Despite this, Ziegler allegedly wanted the emotional spotlight, the narrative arcs, and the standout lines shifted to her. It wasn't collaboration. It was described by crew members as a hostile takeover that completely derailed production momentum. The situation reportedly hit a breaking point when a key co-star, described by one insider as the emotional anchor of the film, walked off set. Not with dramatic yelling or a big scene, but in what one crew member called a quiet, controlled, final straw kind of exit. This respected industry veteran allegedly told producers they wouldn't return until the situation was dealt with. Translation: get her under control, or I'm gone. The fallout was instant. After the co-star's exit, the entire set reportedly fell into disarray. Morale plummeted. Crew members began requesting rotating shifts just to avoid working near Zegler. Departments that had previously run like clockwork, ***, makeup, wardrobe, sound, *** started falling behind schedule. One assistant described the set as nothing short of toxic. Even basic scheduling became a nightmare, as team members scrambled to avoid becoming the next target of what they called Rachel's unfiltered moods. And what made it worse? Ziegler didn't seem concerned. According to several insiders, she dismissed the tension entirely, insisting she was the one being undermined and misunderstood. She even reportedly accused crew members of deliberately sabotaging her energy on set. When the studio attempted to spin the chaos with vague statements about scheduling conflicts, the excuse fell flat. Everyone already knew what was really going on. But perhaps the most ironic part of all this? It wasn't even her movie. Ziegler was playing the daughter in a powerful mother-daughter drama, a supporting role. Yet somehow, everything on set started revolving around her, and not in a good way. Despite being designed to showcase Marisa Tomei's performance, the entire production somehow ended up orbiting around RachelZegler again. Just like she did with SnowWhite, Ziegler allegedly turned a collaborative project into a one-woman show. And now, Hollywood's silence is deafening. There are no tweets defending her, no Instagram stories praising her professionalism, no she's a joy to work with comments from co-stars. Not even Marissa Tomei has offered a single public statement. In this industry, that kind of vacuum speaks volumes. It means people have already seen the real story behind the scenes, and they don't want their own reputations caught in the blast radius. Even more telling, industry veterans who once championed Ziegler are now quietly distancing themselves. A producer who previously raved about her star quality has reportedly scrubbed all mentions of her from their social media. And one prominent casting director allegedly warned their team, "She's not worth the insurance risk," referencing her growing reputation for being disruptive on set. This isn't gossip anymore, this is career damage control. When people who build careers in Hollywood start labeling you a liability, it means the machine is already moving on without you. What makes this all more tragic is how avoidable it was. This film, She Gets It From Me, was supposed to be Ziegler's chance to showcase her raw acting talent, away from Disney, away from CGI, and away from the controversy. Instead, insiders say she's been trying to rewrite scenes mid-filming, demand more screen time, and reportedly treat any form of crew direction as a personal attack. One source even alleged she refused to reshoot a scene that focused more on Tomei's character, saying, "I'm not here to play second fiddle." But here's the reality, this was never her film to commandeer in the first place. Now, the studio finds itself in a full-blown credibility crisis, and the silence from everyone involved, cast, crew, execs, suggests they are all trying to protect their careers before the fallout spreads any further. And just when things couldn't get more chaotic, legal concerns entered the picture. Sources close to the production say that the studio's legal department has been brought in, a major red flag. In Hollywood, that only happens when something behind the scenes is so messy that it could lead to lawsuits, broken contracts, or financial blowback. Behind closed doors, the studio's legal team is scrambling, and it's all because of a few casual words RachelZegler said on a live stream. In one now infamous clip, Ziegler mockingly remarked, "Everyone's just ignoring my phone calls. Whatever, it's chill, I don't even care." That throwaway line may have inadvertently confirmed what the studio had been desperately trying to hide, that the production is in meltdown, and she's at the canter of it. According to sources, Ziegler signed standard confidentiality and non-disparagement agreements, the kind that explicitly forbid trashing your own film, especially while it's still in production. But that's exactly what she did, publicly, repeatedly, and seemingly without a shred of concern for the consequences. The legal department is now meticulously cataloging her online behavior, live streams, tuk-tuks, sarcastic comments about on-set tension, even fan edits where she jokes about being double the trouble. One insider didn't hold back. She basically turned our internal HR nightmare into viral content. And now there's a digital paper trail that could cost the studio millions. And the damage isn't just legal, it's emotional and operational. Crew members have begun leaking details to journalists off the record. One assistant director claimed they felt genuinely unsafe during a confrontation where Ziegler allegedly yelled at the director over a blocked shot. Another crew member described the set as so toxic that people began rotating schedules just to avoid being near her trailer. At this point, the studio isn't just fighting to finish the film, they are trying to survive it legally. Rumors suggest that lawyers are now drafting separation clauses, giving the studio a legal path to cut Ziegler from the project without a full reshoot. Options reportedly on the table include using body doubles, rewriting scenes, or reshaping the narrative to minimize her presence entirely. If that sounds extreme, it's because the situation has allegedly reached full crisis mode. And while all of this is unfolding, another shift has quietly taken place. Ziegler's once loyal inner circle has gone silent. No dramatic exits, no cryptic unfollowing sprees, just silence. Directors who once praised her boldness haven't mentioned her in weeks. Even Ziegler's months-long co-stars, who used to tag her in every Instagram post, haven't so much as liked her content recently. And the former red carpet regulars who once gushed about her, they are now strategically dodging questions. In Hollywood, where everything is calculated, that kind of vanishing act sends a very clear message: you're radioactive. Industry insiders say what's left of Ziegler's PR team is in full crisis mode. One representative reportedly quit after she ignored repeated warnings to stay off social media. Another source claimed that a full crisis communications plan had been prepared weeks ago. It included a carefully written apology video script, a vulnerable profile piece in a major outlet, and a strategic pivot to mental health transparency, but Ziegler